showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Turning it on! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, and I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now, and they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive, coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on third down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake. Pulled the trigger and got it.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays.
There he goes. Push down from the tackle.
And that's why through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Dances away. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
That's caught. It's Anderson. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Williams. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Clemson! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll leave it with him. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Beneath the shadow of Howard's block, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last...
Gonna take a shot. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold. Look.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Makes the catch. It's Durham. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. through the air. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to throw again. On the run, still looking. They'll go with a quick touch pass. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access and he's got some room to work with, against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's looking deep. He's got it along the sideline. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring it down at the 12-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. There he goes. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. First down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Looking down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. On the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a two-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. No huddle here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes, and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him.
Turning it on. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
LSU 35, Clemson 14.
Coming out with it, it's Turner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone and not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score.
Breaks into the open on the left. Inside the 40. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Got a man. It's Anderson. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw an open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the 1st down.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds room. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. A lot of urgency for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Looking for space. It's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Tigers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Spins away from the defense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Rushes on him. Got it behind the line. It's Randall. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, they got the touchdown, and the quarterback also had snot bubbles the size of his fist coming out of his nose after that hit.
Yeah, and you don't want to take too many of those shots. You got the touchdown, but the offensive line, obviously a little bit more protection would be good. But in the end, touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. This is a kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. right back to the well. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know.
Wide open spaces. Past the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Clemson. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go.
Turning it on. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll try to run for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Going for it all. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and his defense has set them up in scoring position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball. It placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Green. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
LSU 56, Clemson 35.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
There he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
But trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll run play action. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Going for two is only when you have to. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this